we finally have a wireless rechargeable Bluetooth tracker from Chipolo. This is the brand new Chipolo card, which is the same name as their previous one, which I've been using for years. It is one that you recycle every year and get a new one that only has a 1 year battery life. But I actually keep a Chipolo tracker here in my wife's passport. Here is what it looks like. But the bad thing about these is that after they died, you had to recycle it and then you had to buy a new one. But no more. You have a wireless rechargeable Bluetooth tracker card from Chipolo. And we're going to compare these two, see what differences are, see what the similarities are. So without further ado, let's jump in the video. Now I do want to let you know that Chipolo did provide these free units to me for a full honest review, and recently even partially paid for travel and accommodation expenses to Chipolo headquarters, where they had a product launch party, and I was one of the first to ever see this in real life, and that was super fun. And I learned about their quality and sustainability that they put behind every single one of their products. So without further ado, let's go ahead and unbox this. 2.5 millimeters thin wireless recharging. That's the most exciting thing. 110 decibels, waterproof to IP67. So you can definitely get this thing wet without having to worry about it. Dun 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 dun. Hey. All right. I can feel all the paperwork in here. Lots and lots of paperwork. And then on the other side, here it is. Feels almost identical to this one. Obviously, the logo on the previous one is vertical and the new one is horizontal. Button is right here in the bottom right corner, and the button for the previous one is in the bottom left corner on the back. Pretty identical. Obviously I wrote new one here because I had so many I need to know which one was which, but otherwise pretty identical. Now the new one does work with Apple Find My or the Android Find My devices. The old one only works with Apple Find My. They did have an Android version that was white if you wanted to choose that, but now one single card works with either platform. Fortunately, you can't use it with both. You have to either use it with Apple's Find My or Android Find My devices. Although you can use this new card simultaneously with the Chipolo app, and when you do that you get a couple extra features, most notably the reverse finding feature. So when you double tap on the card, it will make your phone ring, which we'll definitely test in just a second. But first, let's go ahead and just see the sizing as far as width and height. Pretty identical here. Let's see where the speaker is. So in the old one, the speaker is right down here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I might have to get a different camera view. And then on the new one, it's in the top right there. And we'll definitely test out the sound level in just a moment. Let's see what the thickness is like, because as these are wallet trackers, I think a lot of people really like something thinner than thicker. So that last one, it's about 2.4 roughly. Obviously it varies where you put it. 2.37 there. And then on the new one, 2.85, 2.65. So slightly thicker on the newer one. But remember, this has a wireless rechargeable ability. One thing I did notice on the here is they don't tell you where to place this on your Qi charger. So here is a Qi charger, and let's see what happens when we put this on. I don't know if there's supposed to be a light or what. Which side doesn't need to be pushed over? Is it in the middle? And then left. Okay, so we have a light now. There it is right there. All right, so that's kind of more in the middle than on the edge, and it is magnetic, but definitely feels better here in the middle. Actually, it's strongest here in the middle, and then you can see the light coming on. And that is definitely not coming off, so that's very strong. Now the battery life on the new one, unfortunately, only has about 6-month battery life. Obviously, that's going to vary depending on a lot of different factors, how often you ring it, how often you try to find it. And the old one had a 12-month non-replaceable battery. So although you don't have to recycle this one anymore, you do have a shorter battery life, which they say is about 6 months or so. All right, let's go ahead and connect this to the app. I'm going to get this out of the way. Get my phone in here. Now, obviously, I'm going to be blocking out the map for my privacy because I am home and you don't need to know where I live. So to get this set up with Apple Find My, you hit the plus, hit other items, searching for it. Sometimes you do have to press it, and it should come up in just a second. There it is. I'm going to hit connect. Now, we're going to call this Chipolo Recharge. Obviously, you want to name it whatever you're putting this in. Maybe a passport, maybe a wallet. Name it, Eric's wallet. Name it appropriately so you know what item is what item when you see it in the list. All right, as you can see here, I have too many. You can only have 32 devices, and I maxed it out a long time ago. So I'm going to have to come in here and remove a tracker. Hit continue. I'm going to add an emoji, and we're going to agree to the terms and services. And there we go. Now, like I said, I'm going to be blocking out the map for my privacy, but let's go ahead and play a sound and see what it sounds like. All right, let's do a quick sound test while we have these together. We're going to go in here and let's do the old one first. And we're going to put the corner that has the sound towards the meter. So the loudest there was 83.9. All right, so let's go ahead and do the next one. Once again, the corner with the sound is towards the meter. All right, so the loudest there was 88.8, so definitely louder than the previous model. Now keep in mind that these do not have ultra wideband or the precision finding feature, so you are going to be relying on sound whenever you misplace your items. So having a loud ringer, I think, is definitely a huge plus. Now inside the Find My app, obviously it's going to have all the same features except precision finding as all other Find My devices. You can share it out with other people. You can mark the item as lost and share your contact information. So if someone physically able to find this, they can log into the Find My system and actually contact you and get it back to you. In addition, the Find My system, with over 1 billion active devices out there, meaning iPhones, iPads, and anything else with Find My, will be able to connect to this via Bluetooth, and anonymously and unknowingly from that iPhone user will report back that location of where connected. And then you can go to that area and hopefully find your Chipolo and the item that's attached to. Now, that's one of the best things about Apple Find My, is that such a large community with over 1 billion active users out there. But understand, this is not a GPS tracker. This is only a Bluetooth tracker, and it has to connect to another Find My Device, and then it communicates via the cell phone reception or Wi-Fi of that device. This does not communicate any other way except for Bluetooth. But not losing your item in the first place is another great feature of Apple Find My. They do have something in here, is notified when left behind. So if you happen to leave your wallet behind and you have a Chipolo like this in there, kind of when you get a little bit far away, maybe the parking lot, maybe a little bit further, you'll get a notification on your phone that you left your wallet behind, and then you can quickly go back and get your stuff. So you don't have to mark it as a loss. And that's one great thing about the left behind feature. Now you can see here, this is also associated with the Chipolo app. Absolutely love this feature. There's not many Bluetooth trackers out there that work with multiple systems at the same time, but this is definitely one of them. And as you can see, I just went to the Chipolo app and I automatically found my Chipolo card. We're going to hit continue. It's going to be adding the card. And one of the best features of the Chipolo app is the reverse finding feature. So once this is added, we're going to skip the tutorial here, but once this is added, say for instance you misplace your phone, you can double tap on your Chipolo and make your phone ring. You double tap to turn it off. Now, I'm not someone who always has my Apple Watch. Obviously, if you're an Apple user, you can ring your phone or find your phone via watch. But having a secondary or my primary way of finding my phone right here in my wallet is definitely a huge plus. And I absolutely love this reverse finding feature. So all in all, I absolutely love this new card. The only downside to this is that it has a shorter battery life at only about 6 months. But nice thing is that you can quickly charge it up just like that with any cheap charger. Just throw it down there and you're gonna be good to go for another 6 months. In addition, you get the reverse finding feature. Boom, bada boom, absolutely love that. And if you're an Android user, you can get this single card no matter which system that you use, no matter if it's Apple Find My or Android Find My devices, this single card would work for you. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. I hope this video was helpful. I will be doing a updated full review on this on the Track This and That channel. If you guys want to see more Bluetooth trackers, I have a whole channel on Bluetooth trackers, so definitely check that out, where I will be doing a distance test in the very near future, which, by the way, they say this goes up to 400 feet now, where I think that's 120 meters, where the last one only went up to 300 feet or 90 meters. So definitely a better distance with that Bluetooth 6.0. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Hit that helpful button, hit that like button, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.